Okay, so hey guys, it's me, friendly neighborhood American Sinner, and oh gosh, I can't even. This, yeah. Let me bend this a little bit. Boom, boom, and there we go. You guys see everything now. Oh my gosh, you guys get to finally see everything that I see, and a little bit more. Basically, I want to talk about how to take 50/50s, how to get better at 50/50s, and some things that I'm gonna talk about 50/50s. So 50/50s, when I have like are kind of a little actually very dependent on RNG. So very dependent on RNG. So you may be saying, why is it dependent on RNG? Why? So there's skill involved with taking the 50/50, like with winning, 50/50s, how to win them, take them, all of that stuff. Like there is some skill between, like, you have to aim, you have to know like what technique is the best, like crouch spamming or not crouch spamming. What is the best? I'm just gonna take this tack. Ooh. So I'm gonna show you guys just kind of representation with yes. Then this will be good. Okay. So how to take 50/50s, here's my little guide. The first thing is that taking 50/50s, you should one, improve your close range aim. Your close range should also, like, your close range aim is gonna be really important. Make sure that you can go like track completely up and down, and that your sense is actually pretty decent for what you're gonna do. So for me, my sense for this is like 8, 7, which I found was really good, but it might not be the same thing for you. So first thing, when you are in something like this, when you're in a cone, sort of situation, when you are like, fighting someone, there's two things that you can do. Just spray like this, like actually three things. You can jump, or you can just crouch. What is the best thing? For this type of situation, when trying to track someone, like, it really depends on where you are. So when you're at the top, you don't want to be crouch spamming. Well, actually, you do. Because at the top, when you're crouching, they just see your head. So when you crouch up, then that makes it so that they have a chance to hit your body, which then could make sure that you survive, because you instead took damage at your body and not at your head. So, like, basically, I'm going to be safe. But when I'm at something like this, I'm completely under the cone and my opponent's at the other side. So going like up, well, my shots with the cone, but some will hit them. So for cones, mainly crouch spamming is better, because, like, sometimes you can't hit your opponent. So that's why for cones you want to like cones that aren't edited. Okay, let's talk about cones that are edited like this and stairs. For this, crouch spamming is just a disaster. You're gonna be like in a box most likely, and you're not gonna be able to crouch spam. It's just really comfortable, and it doesn't even do much for you at this point. So all I recommend doing is just sit it. Just if you're standing up, stop standing up, crouch. That's what I recommend for that. But when you're in a situation like this, where it's just this. And what I recommend is that when you're just in like a situation with literally just a floor or nothing, and you're on the low ground, definitely go to your spray gun and start thing. Start, just spraying them down. But that's kind of just SMGs, I just showed you guys SMG only. But how do you do with the shotguns that we have? So I'm gonna use pump, like pump and charge are gonna be the same thing. So yeah, you don't really need to listen to like focus on that much. Like pump and charge, I literally have like the same tactic. It's just shoot it once, like with a pump or a charge. You just shoot once, then go to your SMG. So make sure that you can like immediately go to it, and then boom, like, and you spray down your SMG. Now for attack and like combat, you just wanna jump around or crouch, which is something that is gonna be better for you. Oh my, I'm so bad right now. Yeah, that's all you want to do with those. But in order to like confuse your opponent, if you can't crouch spam, if you can't jump because you're not playing claw, or like you can't like jump since you're not playing claw and you're playing with the common non-claw binds, or like yeah whatever you for some reason you can't jump and you can't crouch spam. So what do? All you need to do is that if you can't do both, move weirdly. Just move weirdly. Like if you're not able to crouch spam, but you're able to like move, then just switch your guns just to confuse them. And boom, that will do good. Okay, but what happens if you're in a situation with a burst? Bursts are a little confusing. You have a little bit of time to readjust your shots, and that's gonna confuse some people. Have a burst. It's kind of weird when you're spraying down someone in a boss and you don't have like a box. You don't have an SMG, so it's gonna be a little bit weird. Then I understand that completely. But right now, I'm also gonna just give some little tips. But when you are spraying with the burst, it just a thing that you should just keep tracking. It's the same thing essentially. Okay, but when you are taking 50-50s, what I recommend is that if you are gonna take, like, when you're starting to take, like, okay, if the opponent is taking the 50-50, like, they are forcing the 50-50, then what you should do is aim down sights. Or, if you're doing something like this, like, if you're gonna be exporting in, what I recommend is that you just run up to the person and then not aim down sights. The good type of SMGs that are good with this, or, like, anything, is, like, stuff like a burst, even if, like, as you can see, like, my crosshair is not that big, or with attack SMG if you like playing creative, or if you have like it's called P90. And also another thing that is actually good is a rapid fire, and a rapid fire actually has the highest DPS in the game. I'm not talking about the minigun, since that's not in battle royale. I mean like actually the rapid fire. So yeah, aiming down sights is good, but you should also know when to do it. Okay, but you should also learn this thing called taking, like, doing, like, you should try and do, before you take a 50-50, make sure that you can do as much damage to your opponent as you can before taking the 50-50. And a common way of doing this is by using your shotgun. But some people don't properly use their shotgun. And that's a fact. So, I'm going to talk about it. Basically, with your shotgun, most of your shots should be hip fire. Basically means that you're not aiming down sights. But some of your shots should specifically be with aiming down sights. When you're doing certain edits, where like, say your opponent is on a stair, or like a weird, or like a cone edit that makes it look like a cone, look like a stair, and you have the wall in them. What you should do, you can do is that you go like this. There's a little delay for me because we're lapping. Something like that is way better. The reason why is that because you are shot, like, okay, aiming down sights does not just also like, keep your shotgun like more accurate. You can tell from two things. Look at the pellets. Oh wait. So if I shoot without aiming down sights, that's without aiming down sights, and that's with aiming down sights, which is kind of hard to keep. As you can see, that one, the pellets are more close to the crosshair. Okay, tack is better though for this. So you can see, this is more close than the other one. And it's a very small difference, but it is going to do more damage. Because each pellet does a little bit of damage. I don't know the specifics. It's hard to, like, maybe you could get from the... Nope, you can't. But it still does a lot when you are doing the damage. Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about some problems that I've seen a lot of people do, and even like mistakes that I do when taking 50-50s, and you do when you like, or I'm just gonna say you do, or like most people do during the 50-50. And that is when the shotgun is reloading. Like when your shotgun is reloading, right? Like when I'm reloading my shotgun, I keep the shotgun, wait for one pellet to go in, and essentially just try and hit them. No, that's not good. Sometimes you can do it, but that is so rare, and you have to be really high health, and you have to make sure that your opponent is low HP to the point where they like, you can one shot them. Right? The reason why this is not good is that with shotguns like the pump, I'll just use like the pump to demonstrate the charge. As you can see, I have to wait like something like 1 second in order for it to go. Like with the combat, it's really quickly. It's really quick, so you can do it. With attack, it is a little fast. But with a charge or a pump, it's just not good, and you shouldn't do it. Because those, like, they take so long to reload. Especially because the charge only has like three shells without, at blue 2 green rarity, and only gets gets 4 shots when you have purple to gold rarity, and then 5 shots when you have the mythic one, aka kit. So most likely it's gonna be hard for you to do like you're most likely gonna reload, and so then that's why I'm gonna talk about that as a little disclaimer. So this video is a little long, and yeah, there's a lot of things to take when you are trying to learn 50-50s. I'm not intentionally trying to actually make this video long, and I have no purpose of making this thing long. I don't even have monetization at this point. Like, I'm only at 18 subscribers right now. And so why should I, like, I can't even monetize, bro. I'm not even at, like, near the benchmark to be monetized, so, yeah. So, that's all for me, and I'm out. Peace.